I'm Milton, son of a carpenter married. This is my sugar chick. And yeah, I'll show you a nice one. Then I'm going to tell you about the hate they did yesterday. They literally stole, again, an 8x10 of gold. Stole the original 8x10 Old English. I still got the one with the the first original font. Stole that. Then I reordered and they stole again. See if I can find that one real quick. And this has been put in, a few of them each time. I think it might be Chinese because it's the last time the CARMPTER was cut off. The first few words of Carpenter there with this bizarre. Maybe there's a little border up there, but I don't think it's I never printed gold as a square, a 5x5 or anything. I don't know what the hell this is, other than being obvious. Boream Brady Bond, hatred. But the big 5 was stolen, the laminated one. Then the big 5, well, not big 5, gold was stolen. Then the laminated gold was stolen originally. Then just now they were stolen from the order. And hatred doing this again just to aggravate. I'm assuming it's been the past 2 times, maybe 3. And it's not much money out of my pocket, but it is money out of my pocket, same as the $3 gold. And yesterday, $3.97. It was $3.89 yesterday, and that's fasting after not eating anything. It's about 11 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock when I went to bed. So it's obvious to the doctors who aren't being the devil that it is not my food intake that is doing that. It is simply the devil, Lord. And yesterday they had a nurse that looked dead on. I couldn't figure it out at first because I wasn't expecting it. But she looks dead on, like a convalescent hospital from hell nurse that was Chinese as hell, taunting as hell. Back in the convalescent hospital from hell, in the wheelchair for, well, had the wounds that put me in the wheelchair. There's another place they butchered with this photo order. Here's gold. Just imagine him with a, Old English. Here's what's always on hand. The Chinese Mormon cult princesses. Non-Chinese looking, but Chinese. Back to this, $3.89. And just as I turned off the video, after I show you my sugar check, the phone rang. They can reach me by phone. You need to know how Aspire Healthcare in Los Angeles here can reach me by phone. You ask them again and again. All employees, Parker Fleet, and noisemakers outside their homes are very actively involved in this. Phone rings. Just finished the sugar check. Always do my sugar checks fasting as I just get up. A little more of a ridgy effect there this morning. Can be more brown, more tannish. The brown can be darker. The tanness can be lighter, whiter. Big blue circles growing in through and around. Well, no longer through. That outer brown circle is gone, but medical research and genetic carpentry of a carpenter himself. Genetic carpenter, me, Melton. But no sooner had I finished the sugar check, I went down. Let her in to do the, why you need to do that. Oh, give me a stethoscope and I'll write down what my blood pressure is. But came up here and less than half an hour later, took my blood sugar herself and it was 420 something, up into the 420s. Then they had it didn't sound too much like the nurse and assistant with Dr. Roy Jackson. Dr. Roy Harper Jackson, as it says on the I didn't know they had weed cream. It's a health food thing, so I'm assuming it's not the best. It's not a prescription thing, but I didn't know they had weed cream. I'm not sure I want to try it because I'm always surrounded by potheads. But back to my parable about the devil bitch from the convalescent hospital being the nurse and taunting in that over-the-top way, and it's Chinese. Because the first nurse was incredibly disrespectful, and then I said I don't want that one, and then they had a decent nurse, Rachel, for a little while, and asked me about St. Dominic's. Apparently there's a church somewhere in Los Angeles that is a Catholic church named St. Dominic. She had seen it. I'm not sure. I didn't ask. I'm not sure what it was about, whether she saw it in the image, a saint's image. I do have like one church. It was up over by Wilshire there. But yeah, she doesn't come anymore to do the decent real nurse thing. It's just the taunting folks of Aspire, and Sylvia of Aspire Healthcare used to have Clora, who would almost a couple years ago, she kept switching healthcare stuff from one home healthcare to another. I'm not sure if there's anything bad about that, but I do know she caught up as I was trying to get to the hospital last year to get relief from the massive pain from the Muslim doctor down the street, Martha Meesa, giving me insulin poisoning, and I'm pretty sure she knew all about it. Certainly the ones at the hospital, the little Chinese doctor or staff member, I'm not sure if he was a doctor, and this big kind of football player, lumbering guy with a close haircut. In that emergency room where they showed me they know how to deal with my pain. Doc was something 8 times better than morphine. I don't think I was supposed to be conscious as they rolled me into the basement to take that MRI thing. I don't think I was supposed to be conscious because the nurse there yelled at the two helping me off the table to get that done, yelled at them everything but the skull. And with the amount of bone stuff, genetic stuff going on with that skull lately, yeah, they don't like something about that up there. But back to my story. When it jumps from 389 to 420 in less than half an hour, the water doesn't do it. Yeah, does it? I had a couple of sips and my mouth is kind of dry right now after I got back up and before she showed me that devil Lorianne Brady Bond hatred. And I could figure when she first showed up, she was looking at me funny. I didn't know what to expect. First time she showed up at the apartment, and she's designed to be a dead-on look for that night nurse with, lots of time didn't get the inadequate pain medicine at the convalescent hospital. A lot of folks in LA have earned you this image. Doctors, you look out into that emergency room or that waiting room, all of them can have the ever-present eyes and ears of technology. Be good.